United Methodist Church welcomes you to Black History Month 2022 as we focus on hidden figures, African American women in Methodism. The history of the earliest Methodist female preachers began with a slave woman by the name of Elizabeth. Elizabeth held her first prayer meeting in Baltimore in 1808 and would go on to preach for nearly 50 years before her death in Philadelphia in 1866 at the age of 101. There is an unbroken legacy of African American women preachers that has continued long after Elizabeth. In this series, we will begin with Susan Angeline Collins. Ms. Collins, considered an early trailblazer for United Methodist women, was the fourth daughter of Isaac Collins, born in North Carolina in 1808, and Sarah Ann Joyner Collins, born in 1825. They were both emancipated by 1845, with Isaac serving in the Civil War from 1864 to 1865. In the years following the Civil War, Susan Angeline Collins went to college and became a successful business owner, all before answering her call to serve the Methodist Church in missions to Africa. Ms. Collins was a young woman who worked for a pastor who encouraged her to attend Upper Iowa University for what he referred to as normal training. At the age of 24, Ms. Collins would become the first African-American student to attend the school. She would later move to the Dakota Territory, an area today comprised of North Dakota, South Dakota, and much of Montana and Wyoming. While living in the Dakota Territory, Ms. Collins owned her own laundry as one of the very first African-American entrepreneurs. Many of the patrons she provided services for brought their laundry to her wrapped in newspaper. It would be an ad for foreign missions training in Chicago that caught Ms. Collins' attention while unwrapping the laundry. She sold her business in 1886 and moved to Chicago to attend the Chicago Training School. In 1887, Ms. Collins, at the age of 36, was recruited as a missionary by Bishop William Taylor, the first American missionary bishop of the Methodist Episcopal Church in Africa. It would be the same year that Ms. Collins would set sail to the Congo. After 2 years, Ms. Collins moved to Angola, where she taught and established a school for girls. The school would eventually house nearly 50 boarding students. After nearly 13 years in Africa, Ms. Collins returned to America. She was told at that time that because of her age, she would no longer be able to serve as a missionary in Africa. That did not stop her. With the help of the Pacific branch of the Women's Foreign Ministry Society, Ms. Collins returned to Angola and stayed another 18 years. At that point, Ms. Collins was 50 years old. In 1920, at the age of 69, Ms. Collins returned to the United States for good. Susan Angeline Collins was a successful Methodist missionary for 33 years in Angola, Southwest Africa. She was an active member of the Women's Foreign Missionary Society until her death in 1940, just short of her 89th birthday.